What's going on, you guys? Slumpy here at YCS Minnesota, here with our top 32 competitor. What is your name and what did you play?
Hey, I'm Jack or Jonathan Reed, and I got top 32 playing Tearlament.
Nice. So me and Jack actually played the exact list card for card. We had a lot of theory. I pretty much came up with the list so that we were kind of like theorying like which ones we needed to change and everything. And I know Jack was like comboing the night before. Dude, okay, so you want to tell this story?
Shout out to the ironing board.
Yeah.
So I considered playing Runic Sprite for the event for quite a while, and then like near the last minute I decided it was not the right pick, and I needed to practice Tearlament a lot. So the hotel had an ironing board, so we whipped out the ironing board, and I was just standing there doing combos for like 4 hours the night before to get everything down. So yeah.
Yeah, so first and foremost, do you have any shout outs?
Of course, shout out to Team Playmakers. Shout out to everyone who helped me test. Danny for the deck list, of course. Shout out to all the Colorado guys. And gonna give a big shout out to Brian Graham, who was a friend of mine who unfortunately passed away in 2017 and has been one of my big inspirations to keep playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And keep getting better. Yeah,
all right, let's go ahead and get to the deck profile.
Alright, so we run 3 of all the Tearlament names. These cards are all stupid. You want to mill them, you want to draw them. There's no reason in like pure tier to not do that. I ran the High Spirits package. So High Spirits lets you play around the Bisted cards, because you can use this and get your first fusion something with no monsters on board, because Bisteds are only quick effects if your opponent controls a monster, and resolving a Kit Colosse is really valuable. Plus, your search gets to be Cartesia. And Cartesia is level 4 tuner, which gives you access to Barone. And Albion, just secondary target, drawing a card is always good. Best Garnet. And Upstart Goblin is Garnet's great. Night Sword Serpent. Level 4 water, when he goes to grave by card effect, he summons himself. So level 4 water body is very, very good. Absolute favorite card, Gamma. Yeah, Gamma and this. But
A psychic soldier.
I hate this card. So Gamma was really, really good all weekend for me. You can hit D shifters because blue players don't know how to hold effects. And you can, like, you get a lot of random spots to hit. It's still a strong option when you're going second. Like, it's the best hand trap in a lot of situations. And if you're going first, your deck's already high powered enough that you don't always need it. Plus this equals Sprint, and Sprints then Merrily, etc.
Yeah.
That was all the monsters. Then we have a bunch of cards that are very good at going second. We have Super Polys, we have Droplets, and we have Tactics. So this card is just a god card.
Yeah.
Because in the mirror match it's stupid. A lot of players are going to end on Abyss Dweller, Carlos. They're both waters. So you can just go draw phase, player priority, fuse with them both. I don't get Dwellered, and that's really strong. And usually Sprite can't help but to have 2 of the same attribute, so this kind of just breaks their field. And this even like won me a game against Flu.
Nice.
Because I just like
Garua.
Yeah, Garua 2 of his birds, and he's like, well.
Nice deck.
Droplets. This negates Abyss Dweller, and like honestly any other problem card. Droplet is just really nice. Plus you can set it going first, which is great utility. And we have enough like between the field spell and other random stuff that generates on the board. We have fodder. Tactics. Everyone's activating effects during your main phase going second, and going first you're going to get hit by like Hovness, Bisted monsters, Sprite that runs hand traps, all that type of stuff. So this is like almost always live. It's a 2 of not a 3 of because these ones are better, and you can't run like too much of everything, or else you're going to start just bricking on going second cards, and you need to play the game too. Yeah.
Yeah, we just see field spell, terraforming.
Field spell, terraforming.
You have to see the field spell so you can interact on your opponent's turn.
This card's absurd. Instant fusion, foolish. This is kind of similar to High Spirits in some ways. Basically, like, you're going to get interrupted more on your tier activations now because they released 9 DD Crows. And it's really nice to just be able to go activate, send an extender, or send the snake for a 4. I never drew this card, but it seems cool. MVP. This card's dumb. So when you mill it, you search a trap. And when it's on board, when a tier is on board and a monster is summoned, you mill 3. And that seems mediocre until you realize it chain blocks everything, and Merrily and Havnus both now mill 6. And then you can just pop it with your own field spell, which allows us to end on both of these instead of just this one, or just that one. Because ending on both of these is just really, really absurd. Yeah.
It's also important to know with Scream too is that like the 500 like loss is forever, like for the whole turn. So like even if they put up monsters afterwards, the 500 attack loss like affects the game state a lot, especially in the mirror match.
Yeah. It gives you the cheeky Avermax out of normal Albion, reduce attack and crash.
Yeah.
It's only specialed. No, don't Avermax me. Let's do extra deck. So for extra deck...
And 42, right?
Yeah, 42 in mid. So for extra, we have a Barone. You make this in the High Spirits line with Cartesia. Sprined, Elf, Dark. Prevents targeting, revives Merrily is very strong. This pitches the Merrily and gets you fusing. Dark will usually revive something out of the opponent's grave and then go into this so that you get tier activations, or just stealing your opponent's like Predaplant. These cards are all very, very good. The bounce effect of this is relevant. Don't forget that it's there. Then for Xyz, Dweller, Time Thief, Bahamut Shark, Toad. This is just for the mirror match. So Bahamut Shark was basically, we were scared of getting like even lead blown up by board breakers and that type of thing because hard negates are more difficult now. But this gave us like a way to make a rank 4 with a negate that gives us recursion, which was really powerful. Plus when Bahamut is on your end board and has material, you can use it with Sprine for a bounce. And then just, you can't always make Bahamut, sometimes you're blind going first. Time Thief is a good card.
Yeah, we ended up cutting Baguska for the Time Thief, and this is actually Jack's idea because we were kind of discussing this super last minute, is that like Redoer, if we get evenly matched, we can at least fusion summon afterwards as well. Like, yeah, we can make Baguska pass, but like if we're still gonna end on like 2 monsters afterwards, or like we still want to interrupt with the trap card, like if we just have Solik against certain matchups, we can redo her and then fusion on resolution of evenly matched. Plus it's just like, it's a really good card just to be able to like out cards. Like if you play against like the stupid the Cook and Cook deck, you just make Redoer, you just take their whole deck, and they're like, they're trying to deck you out and you're decking them out by taking their deck.
Plus it's like, Baguska really doesn't solve any of your issues. Because one thing people kind of get tunnel visioned on is they make interruptions for things that they're already winning or don't need to interrupt, where it's not about how many interruptions you have, it's about how you address your issues and your lose conditions. Because if you have 3 lose conditions and 3 interactions, you're doing better than the guy who has 6 interactions for his 1 condition. Fusion monsters. We have 2 Kit Flows, you grind a lot more, so this tends to be more necessary. The new one, this card's really, really dumb. It negates Right of Armistice, so I got to oppress the poor Sprite Adventure player. And then just the standard fusions. Nothing really too special about that.
Yeah.
Side deck. We have triple skill drain. This is for going first, everything that is not Tearlament. Sprite hates this, Flu hates this. Just complete blowout card. My monsters have more attack points than yours, so if we're playing Caveman Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm going to win. Plus my 3,000 bodies come back when you kill them. Triple Raigeki. So a lot of people weren't ending on very many hard negates, so you could just get like blowout entire fields. You can deal with Dweller, and if you live a turn, you can get back in the game, or go like Raigeki the board, normal a tier, set a Solic, and try and play on their turn. Plus, you hit Flu with it, and they die because no more barrier statue.
I will say, I don't know if this came up for you, but like Dark Hole came up for me. 1, because I played against Mystic Mine, and 2, it was just like, there was some times where I had Raigeki, and I was like, if I could blow up my own monster, I could trigger it.
Yeah, Dark Hole is some interesting utility for sure. Like, it would be something worth considering if it, like, 1 event format, so it's kind of done. But,
yeah, exactly.
So Dark Hole is definitely interesting. Double Heartbeat. double evenly. These are our answers to back row decks, but they also come in against like pretty much everything else since everyone ends on a back row, and this is like the same theory as this. This card is absurd because you get to send a tier name and activate an effect off of it, and it's not a bad mill because you can recur. Not much to say about those. They're really, really strong. 2 Fenrir. This was great. Anytime you summon Fenrir, you always kind of feel like you're ahead. If you get interrupted off like Hobness, you can even get the Hobness gone on your first turn super easy. Helps you push in the boards. 2 Spooky Dogwoods. So you can recur this off Toad, because it's a water. So when you mill this going first, you can add it back. And with Bistids and those type of things, your opponents are summoning a lot of like 25, 3k, 3k, 25. And you'll gain an absurd amount of life points to just like outlive the Dweller, outlive the interruptions, etc. This has an attack effect. It reduces the points and then you punch monsters.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the deck.
Nice. So any last minute shoutouts?
It was big thanks to everyone that helped me test, and looking forward to seeing everyone at Pasadena.
Yeah, nice. So we will see you at Pasadena, correct?
Oh yeah.
All right. And also a huge shout out, last minute shout out for me to John, for Jay Jefferson and Jared Roth. They actually lent us cards so I can get them to Jack. So shout out to them for them letting us borrow cards. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and Slumpy slumping out. Thank you guys.